Manchester United fans, listen up, there's a massive problem at this club, and it needs an immediate solution. Yesterday, I broke down the problem, but today, I'm giving you the solution. So even if you missed yesterday's video, you need to watch this one till the very end, because if United don't find a fix, whether temporary or permanent, this season could be another nightmare for every single fan. Now, before we dive in, hit that like button, subscribe, and join the community because I bring you real football talk, no sugarcoating, no excuses. Let's get into it. So, before I go any further, let me make this clear once again. Bruno Fernandes is not the root of Manchester United's problems. I said this last time, and I'll say it again. Bruno is an incredible player, a leader, and one of the best creative midfielders in the Premier League. But with the tactics Ruben Amorim is forcing on this team right now, he has turned Bruno into a weak link. He's playing Bruno deep, almost as a holding midfielder, and that's just exposing him instead of elevating him. He's not a defensive midfielder, he's not press-resistant enough for that role, and playing him there is like buying a Ferrari and driving it off-road, it's not built for that. Amorim has a choice to make: he either change his tactics or make a massive decision about Bruno's future. And let's be real, Amorim just spent big on 2 attacking midfielders, so he's not benching them, and this is not even up for debate. The only real option is to adapt the tactics, or cash in on Bruno and rebuild that midfield. So today, instead of just complaining, I'm bringing solutions. Let's be real, if Manchester United don't solve their midfield crisis now, this season will fall apart fast. I'm going to give you 3 potential midfield pairings based on the players currently available, and I'll tell you which one I think is the best option for Burnley and beyond. But even with these fixes, United need to sign a proper midfielder, a press-resistant, physically dominant, ball-playing leader, either before the window shuts or by January. Let's break down the options. First up, the pairing of Kobbie, Mainoo and Casemiro. Now, I've seen some fans asking for this, but let me explain why this is probably the worst possible pairing right now. Neither player has the pace or the energy to provide real protection to the defense. If you go with this pairing, the backline is going to be completely exposed, and opponents will overrun this midfield with ease. We've seen it before, and it was disastrous. Both Mainoo and Casemiro are good players, but together, they lack the dynamism and athleticism required to control games in this system. With this pair, United won't dominate possession, the 2 number 10s will have to drop deeper and do extra defensive work, and the whole shape collapses. This one is an absolute no for me. The second option is Casemiro and Ugarte. On paper, this looks more promising. This pairing can actually provide some defensive solidity. Casemiro is great at long passes, and Ugarte is a hard tackler who can shield the defense. But here's the problem, neither of them can hold the ball under pressure. And if you can't hold the ball, you can't dictate play. If you can't dictate play, you're forced to chase the ball. And the more you chase, the more tired your defenders get, and the more stretched your midfield becomes, and at the end your defense is exposed, and this happens a lot. This pairing is okay if you want to survive against a team that dominates possession, but if United are trying to play proactive football, it's not sustainable. You'll spend more time defending than attacking, and in Amorim's system, that's a recipe for disaster. Now, here's my pick, Kobbie Mainoo alongside Ugarte. This is the best balance United can get right now. Mainoo gives you control. He can carry the ball, distribute it quickly, and help keep possession ticking. Ugarte brings defensive steel, shielding the backline and winning duels. This pairing gives the 2 number 10s more freedom to focus on attacking rather than constantly tracking back. Yes, you lose some creativity in midfield, but that's where Cunha and Bumo come in. These 2 are excellent ball carriers and can link play effectively and can also give those passes to the wing-backs when they make those runs. With Mainoo holding things down and Ugarte staying disciplined, the attack can function much better. We saw glimpses of this balance in pre-season, the ball movement was quicker, transitions were smoother, and United weren't pinned back as often. If United go with this pairing against Burnley, they'll get more stability, more control, and a platform to attack from. But let's be honest here, even this is a temporary fix. Manchester United desperately need to bring in another top midfielder, someone who is press-resistant, dominant, capable of spraying long passes, and dictating the entire tempo of a match. This is the profile of midfielder that every top team has. Look at Rodri at City, look at Declan Rice at Arsenal, even Liverpool revamped their entire midfield last season, and now look at them, they're a machine, they just won the league. United can't keep patching up problems, they need a proper solution. And until they get that signing, they'll always struggle to be consistent. So for Burnley, Mainoo and Ugarte are my midfield choice. It gives this United team the balance they've been crying out for. But this is only step one. If the club doesn't get serious in the transfer market and sign a world-class midfielder, we're going to be having this same conversation in January, or worse, next summer. And to Ruben Amorim, your tactics are great, but only if you have the right players for the system. Right now, you're trying to fit square pegs in round holes, and it's not working. Change the system, or change the players, it's that simple. So there you have it, United fans, the midfield fix this team desperately needs right now. We've broken down every option, exposed what's not working, and given a clear plan to get results again. Now I want to hear from you, which midfield pairing do you think should start against Burnley? And who should United sign in January to completely transform this team? Drop your thoughts in the comments, smash that like button if you enjoyed this video, and don't forget to subscribe so you never miss any of my tactical breakdowns, transfer updates, and honest football talk. Trust me, we're only getting started this season.